Hello everyone, it's Wolfgang. I want to present a useful trick to grow a large enterprise. This video is a follow-up to two videos I put out in the last couple of days. One of them was profit buying businesses, and the other was home run buying a first business. So what those videos covered is starting from being kind of a raw beginner, having never owned a business before, how to get started and be successful with buying a single business and then buying additional businesses of the same kind. So it described a method to scale up, starting from a single company location to owning multiple locations. And the reason I'm making this video is for beginners and for experienced people too. They have this idea that there are so many moving parts to a single location of a business. Just one location of a company has a lot of moving parts, just one. And it seems like owning more than one would be hard. And if you do it the conventional way that most people believe, it is hard. It's not that easy, and I'll explain why as we go through here. The normal way to buy and own many locations is very difficult if you do it using the conventional reasoning, the conventional logic. But some people do it. Elon Musk is a good example of someone who has mastered this. So at the core of this issue of why it's difficult to own and operate many locations is this. There's two kinds of business owners. Those who want to be involved with every level of the business and those who delegate. So this is the most common sense way, seemingly common sense way for a business owner to function in his company. The business owner has the most to lose if customer traffic starts to drop. And so a lot of owners have this mentality, this mindset, that what the company delivers to the customer must be perfect, and so I have to do everything myself, or I have to oversee every part of the company to make sure it's running smoothly, because if customer foot traffic drops, or if I get a bad reputation or a bad Google review, it will hurt my bottom line, and that's hurting him directly because he has the most invested in the business, he has the most to lose. I have relatives who exhibit this mindset. It's not so much micromanaging every part of the business. It's more along the lines of survival instinct. I'm not going to know for sure. The mindset is I'm not going to know for sure that the customer is getting quality and is perceiving quality unless I am there on the spot visualizing it or making sure that the quality is being delivered. So it's pretty common in companies that owners want to be involved at all levels. So the people who delegate, it might seem hard to do because at first glance you think delegating just means abdicating responsibility to a manager in the company and hoping they do well, right? That's what a lot of people think when they hear delegate. But this video, I'm going to present a different approach to delegating. So, but that's sort of the hard part. Many people who are new to business have a firm conviction that owning multiple locations is hard. And if you do it this way, it's impossible. I have one relative in particular who scaled up his business he grew at large. And he started getting unhappy with the quality being delivered to customers. He did not do this. He stuck to his original approach, which was sort of to oversee everything in the business. And he went from having a large enterprise to scaling it back down so he could ensure quality. And he was concerned about reputation of the company and those kinds of things. So he grew at large, quality started to suffer, he shrank it back down again. So that's kind of defeat. What you want in these two videos, I talk about buying a first business and then buying a bunch of them. And if you follow this technique, you can do that without going crazy. And it's more than just delegating, but this is a starting point. Delegating with some extra stuff that I'm going to talk about. So this is how to operate many locations, more than one location. The big idea is align the manager of each location with the success of that location. Let me say that again. We are going to have a topmost manager in the unit in that particular location, and we are going to do certain things to align his interests with the success of the location. So instead of telling this manager, this is your job to manage this location and here's your salary, because if you think about it, if you think carefully, what are you really offering the manager? You're offering them sort of a commodity. And most business owners never think about this, but these are the actual facts. A manager has certain skills. Which company can use their skills if they know what they're doing? Any company that needs what he is capable of. If you have a top-level manager who has operated business locations, his skill could be used by a lot of different companies. So you're one of those companies that has offered him a salary. So you're a commodity unless you differentiate what you're giving him. So in order to align the manager, you cannot just be a commodity. Here's your salary. I'm going to watch what you do carefully and make sure you do a good job. You have to align them more fully with the success of the location. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to give a profit share to each unit manager. We could end up owning 10, 20 locations. Every top manager is going to get a profit share for that location, the one that they're responsible for. So they're getting a salary. They're the manager, right? They're getting probably a six-figure salary. They're also going to get a profit share. We are going to differentiate our company, our enterprise, by giving a profit share. That's step one. And the profit share will be based on the profitability of that unit. So he is incentivized, he or she has an incentive to maximize profit for their location. The next thing we're going to do at the time of hiring this manager, we're going to ask them to list 3 goals, benefits they'd like from being the unit manager. In other words, we're going to say, here's your salary, profit sharing plan, and 3 extra benefits. What do you need? What do you want? And so I've got some examples here. Some managers want vacations like to Europe or a cruise, an additional annual bonus on top of profit share. So some companies give annual bonus, but they don't give profit share. So we're giving this guy or gal salary, profit share, annual bonus on top. So there's a lot of financial incentive to align the manager with the location. So these benefits are tied to outstanding unit performance and profit. So we're not just going to say, okay, we're going to give you X number of additional dollars every year just because you're the manager. It's got to be tied to the performance of the unit, because that keeps the manager engaged in trying to do the best job possible. That aligns his interests with your interests as the owner. Your interest is to have that unit producing in the best way possible. And some people will say, yeah, but I'm giving up a lot to get that. I'm already giving him a salary. I'm now giving him a profit share and a vacation and a bonus and even down payment assistance for a home. That seems like an awful lot. But these things are tied to their performance of the unit, how successfully they manage the unit. So you're not giving them anything if they don't do a good job. But if you do a great job, yes, you're giving up a portion of the wealth created by this location, but the manager is fully aligned. But now you can buy multiple units. You can buy this first business, hire a manager, align them by giving them salary, profit share, and the 3 benefits they said they want. You can then go on and buy the next business and cookie cutter, rinse and repeat. So that's how you scale up. Because if you do it the normal way, just by salary alone is not enough to motivate anyone, because a lot of businesses are out there hiring people with skill, and they're all giving salary. So it's a commodity. If you think of your business as a commodity hiring entity, it can be difficult to look at it that way, because you think, I have to, I've got payroll taxes, I've got salary I've got to offer, and now I've got to give all this extra stuff. True, but you can scale up without going crazy. So the incentives that you offer, at hiring, you're going to ask, what 3 benefits would they like to achieve? Renew that each year. Each year, when you have the sit-down review for the performance, ask the manager to renew the 3 goals, benefits they'd like to attain. It could be something like a promotion or something else. The down payment assistance, by the way, if they ask for this kind of benefit, you can just negotiate a payback over time of the down payment assistance you give them. But if you do help them get into a home, that's a huge deal for managers. That's a huge deal for anyone, basically, depending on the part of the country that you live in. It could be huge. So basically, this sort of aligns the manager so that you can grow a series of locations into one larger enterprise. If you watch these 2 videos, I present a method for starting as a beginner with 1 business location, figuring out how to operate it successfully, and then commencing buying additional units. And the thing that I didn't cover in those videos was this. You cannot just hire a top manager and delegate the work, because, in our family's business, and I'm talking about my extended family when I was growing up, what they did is they relied on salary. And they didn't fully align the people operating the units with the bigger goal of helping the owner not have to be involved. Because the key benefit here is the owner does not have to be involved in the day-to-day operation. They have a person in the company who is extremely aligned with delivering outstanding unit results for that particular location. So that's kind of the whole idea. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer any questions that you put in the comments. And this sort of wraps up the idea of buying businesses for now. And I really want to thank everyone for watching. Have a great day.